in the night kollel, the halakha about mixing a pot that is not fully cooked. By halakha, not everything, not the beginning till the end of cooking is cooking. Every step of cooking, it's also cooking. Therefore, says halakha, if a person is putting food on top of the fire, that's cooking. And also, if the person already the food was on top of the fire, but it's not fully cooked, you're not allowed to open the lid, stir the pot. That's called megis. A person that's doing this on Shabbat, chas v'shalom, is speeding up the cooking. And because it's speeding up the cooking, it's called 100% cooking from the Torah. Question is, what if the food is 100% cooked? 100% cooked. But you want to stir it whenever it is on an open fire. To stir it whenever it is on closed fire plata. No problem. Closed fire, food is fully cooked, you can open the lid, stir it, mix it, put it back to the lid, no problem. The question is, what happens whenever it is on an open fire? Second question is, what happens whenever it is on a crock pot? Do you know, by halakha, crock pot is equal to open fire. What's the reason crock pot is equal to open fire by halakha? He says, because what is the reason that we're not allowed to return food on top of an open fire? What's the reason? Because it looks like cooking. Says the Rashba, any time that that's the way to cook something, to use that way to cook, it's considered to be looks like cooking also. Therefore, crock pot is a tool that people use throughout the whole week to also cook. It's called slow cooker. And it's not only Jewish people use it. Any people in the world use it. It's called slow cooker. I have a neighbor that put in the morning chicken, potatoes, whatever there is. In the afternoon, they put it in the slow cooker. In the afternoon, their children come from school. Parents are not there. The children have hot food ready to go. So this is not only for Jewish people that they use for Shabbat, or for the children. This is something, the crock pot is something that people use throughout the whole week. So therefore, says halakha, it's considered to be as open fire. If so, if it is like open fire, we said that you're not allowed to return on an open fire. You cannot take a pot and put it on top of an open fire, even though the pot is 100% cooked. So too says halakha, you're not allowed to take a crock pot. You know, they have the black part and you have the metal thing. You cannot take the black one and put it inside the metal on the Shabbat. What's the reason? Because it's considered like an open fire, and whenever a person does that, it's considered to be as is, looks like he's cooking on Shabbat. Question is, what happens whenever it is stirring the pot? Can I open a crock pot or open a pot on top of an open fire and close the lid? Can I open and close the lid or no? Open, close the lid. Allowed or no? If it is fully cooked, no problem. Problem is to put on top of the fire. But if it's already on top of the fire, you have no problem to open the lid and close the lid. Where is the problem? Question problem is to mix the pot whenever it is on an open fire. So I am reading to you right now the words of Rabbi David Yosef. Rabbi David Yosef in Siman Shin Yud Seif Kuf Ayin Tei. Says Rabbi David Yosef, Tafshil shemevushal kol tzorko, food that is 100% cooked. ונמצא על גבי אש גלויה, and it is right now on top of an open fire. Mina Torah, from the Torah, you can mix it because there's no cooking, it's fully cooked. Fully cooked. מפני שאין בישול אחר בישול. ואפילו בתבשיל לך, even if it is soup. You want to open the soup? Mix it. Closed fire. No problem. If it is open fire, and you want to mix it from the Torah, you have no problem. However, okay, now continues Rav David and says that's only allowed for you to mix it from the Torah, but midrabanan, not allowed to mix it. He counts mixing and returning on top of an open fire the same. Can I return fully cooked food on top of an open fire on Shabbat or no?
No.
Not allowed. So too says halakha, you cannot return fully cooked food inside a crock pot. Нельзя этого делать. Человек нельзя вернуть сваренное блюдо, в шаббат на открытом огнем нельзя. То же самое говорит Аллаха, нельзя ему это вернуть на кракпот. Почему? Потому что кракпот is considered to be like an open fire. Says Rav David Yosef, the same thing is mixing the food that is inside the crockpot, and so too mixing the food that it is on top of an open fire. However, Rabbi Ovadia Yosef, in Hazon Ovadia, in Chelek Dalet, he says, no, the problem is only return food on top of an open fire. Return the pot on top of the crockpot. That's a problem. But to mix the pot, says Ovadia Yosef, that's not a problem. So whoever wants to be lenient like Rabbi Yosef, he has whom to rely on. Whoever wants to be atekash like Rabbi David Yosef, he has whom to rely on. But in case somebody does it, you have to remember somebody is mixing a pot that it is inside the crock pot, or he's mixing a pot whenever it is on top of an open fire. Yesterday night we came out with this chidush according to Chazon Ovadia. Looks like it's 100% okay according to Ovadia. According to Rabbi David Yosef, it's not okay. So if people will tell you, how did you allow such a thing? I saw Rav David Yosef said it's not allowed. So, listen, this is Rav David Yosef. We have Ovadia Yosef. Ovadia Yosef said in Hazon Ovadia, it is allowed. So it's one of the rare cases that Rabbi David Yosef argues with his father, Rabbi Yitzhak Ovadia Yosef. But you always have to have Rabotai, Aseh lecha Rav, stalek min asafek. Всегда человек, что был один рабай, что этот рабай, что он говорит, его мнение мы идем. Like this, you're not going to have any problems, any questions. You're not going to be confused. Каждая Авраама, своя программа. You're not going to have such a bad. Everything is going to be clear because you follow the one opinion. If you follow Rav Yosef, he allows it. If you want to be strict, you have Rav David Yosef that says it's not allowed to. Whoever wants to be strict, תבוא עליו ברכה. בכבוד אמר רבי אלעזר, רבי חנניה, מלך אשר אומר רצה הקדוש ברוך הוא לזכות את ישראל,